In the most recent addition to the hills of Wales, fast-flowing faucets of water cobweb across the crevices and dikes like capillaries on a drunkard's nose. Small farmhouses spot the slate and stone walls that stop ramblers from tumbling into the stained glass streams below. Verges verge at an incline to aid in the herding of livestock, and castles climb the moats that safeguarded the borders in yesteryear. And it was in yesteryear that we hear the stories of the Mocw, a creature with the grin of a wolf and the stature of a small man. No arms to speak of, but stumps instead, and tattered small feet covered in hair. They would wear of the clothes of men, but to miniature proportion, and it were in fact their flesh, made chameleonic for their mischievous ends. They frequented this area of Arthurian land, wandering from homestead to homestead, and leaving a trail of chaos in their wake. They arrived from seas far to the east, and somehow found their way to this maze of rivers and lakes, sometimes travelling in kettles up and down the water edges. They would happen upon fishermen and nab any fish caught bobbing away in their makeshift crafts. They would also frequently frighten horses and cause them to kick out, often hitting the owner in the noggin or knocking riders off completely. Similarly, in the wee hours, they were known to gather in number to creep out cattle and leave them with sleepless nights so that their milk turned sour. These were, among the deeds of the Mocw, mere annoyances. Their taste for foolishness gave them a reputation as sprites or poltergeists, with little in the way of hurtful happenings, apart from, perhaps, their one partiality. Owing to their dimensions and their disposition, they would often hide in barns or boxes, and perhaps even made their way into the kitchens of farming families. Here they discovered a delicacy that was like catnip to the cuddliest cats in the land. They would sit and wait in bread bins or jars, whichever could conceal their small stature. Then they would await their repast, a dinner of small, sticky fingers. When a wee child would awake in the night and fancy him or herself a snack of sorts, the Mocw would lie in wait, a cake from the cake case, some bread from the bin, or some jam from the jar. When the little one dipped their fingers into the container, the Mocw would snap its sharp incisors around its favourite finger, the pinky finger, and tear it off in one bite. Crunch. And so the Mocw became a parable passed to children of the virtues of not venturing into supplies in the dead of night. For if your tummy gets the better of you, then your fingers get the bite.